Hi boys and girls. Today let's talk about space. Space is an element of art that allows your picture to look really special. It's got a secret ingredient. It takes your art from looking flat to looking three-dimensional. It also gives your paper the illusion of depth. Let's look at two different types of space. First, there's positive and negative space. That is an object and the area around the object. For instance, let's take your hand, put your hand right in front of you, and your hand represents this positive space, and the air around your fingers and around your hand is the negative space. Let's look at another type of space, near and far. That is where an object near you is bigger and the objects further away from you are smaller. Let's look at some positive and negative space in art. The black represents the negative space and the color or the white represents the positive space. But that's not always true. Black doesn't always represent negative space. Let's look at near and far in art. To the left we see a field of poppies. The poppies closer to us are bigger, and the poppies further away from us are smaller. Looking over at the right at the boats. Boats closer to us are bigger, and boats further away are smaller. If you'd like at this time to click on each of these small, short little videos, that would teach you a little bit more about near and far and about space. And I think you actually would really enjoy the videos. To making our art project this week, in step 1, gather your supplies. You want to find some art paper, magazine paper that you can cut up and create an artwork representing near and far. You're going to need some glue, scissors, and a Sharpie. I gathered up some old art papers and some magazine papers, but you can create your own if you want to. You can color them, watercolor them, use markers, and even find some really cool magazine paper. Your first steps with actually drawing on the papers. On your first paper, you want to draw some rectangles that represent the trunks of the trees, and you want to draw 3 different sizes, a large, a medium, and a small. Same thing to represent the tops of the trees. You want to draw a large top, a medium top, and a small top. You'll take your scissors and begin to cut them out. Next, you're going to place them on your paper. Start with the largest tree. Glue down the tree trunk and the tree top. Glue it closer to the edge of the paper down towards the bottom. This medium tree, glue it a little bit higher, representing the middle of the paper. And last, glue your baby tree, your tiny tree, towards the top of your paper. That represents far away. When you're all finished, make sure all your glue papers are pushed down nice and tight. Hold them down for just a little bit normal. Count to 10. Make sure your papers are really sticking. After this, have some fun. Cut out a sun, cut out some flowers, maybe some clouds. And remember that the objects closer to you are bigger, so your flowers would be bigger in the front next to the biggest tree. And your flowers next to the smallest tree would be really tiny. That represents near and far. Hope you had a great time making your project this week, and I look forward to seeing those on Flipgrid. Have a wonderful day, boys and girls.